you not only started to have the belief and the courage for yourself, but you took on something that a lot of people fear, and that's going out and trying to empower others. Because a lot of people, they fear, okay, it's enough for me to like go out and live my dream, but me trying to go out there and tell someone else how to do it, the number one thing I think a lot of people get is that imposter syndrome. Have I done enough? Is my story powerful enough? And you're constantly comparing yourself to someone else, right? And so for you, walk me through when you decided I'm going to start coaching other people, because that's another thing that a lot of people have. They want to do, they want to speak, they want to tell their message, and they want to empower other women, they want to empower other people who are just like them. How did you gain the authority in your own mindset to feel like you could do that?
That's such an incredible question, Casanova. I love it because you're so right. First of all, let me just say that comparison is the thief of joy. And as an athlete, I discovered that anytime I was focused on like how much better someone else was than me, or how, they were a better runner, whatever, it took away all my joy, and it did not lead to me performing my best. And as a triathlete, I failed over and over and over again. I got disappointed over and over again, but that's how I learned so much. That's how I grew so much. That's how I became a world champion. And I discovered everything not to do on that journey. And then I found that recipe that worked and that led to me winning. So when I retired, and I retired at number one in the world, which was the greatest blessing in the world, I was ready to retire because I thought, I need to share this. Like, there are so many athletes out there that have these dreams, but they don't have the confidence in themselves, or they're afraid, and that paralyzes them. So they don't do anything. I need to share this because I am living proof that literally the impossible dream can come true. So I felt this responsibility. And it's not like I thought, oh, I'm this wealth of knowledge and everybody should hear from me. But I knew that my experience was so powerful for me and led me from like one of the darkest places in my life to feeling like a true champion to myself. And I felt like I really wanted to share that with people that could, have that same mindset or that same dream or that same desire. So it's not like I felt I had the authority, but I had my experience. And we all underestimate, how powerful our experience is when we share it. And what I think is so important when we do share our experience is being vulnerable. You know, Nobody wants to hear, oh, it's easy. I never failed and I just made it. And now suddenly I'm this amazing podcaster. And, like, you have been through so much, Casanova, that has made you the incredible man that you are today. And we need to share that because, if somebody told me, oh, to make it in triathlon, everything's going to be perfect and you're going to rise to the top with no problems, you're never going to fail. The first time I failed, I'd probably give up thinking that, oh, I'm not supposed to fail. It's supposed to be easy.
Right.
So I think being vulnerable with your story and really sharing every aspect of it, how afraid you were, but you found the courage anyway to do it. You fell down, but you dusted yourself off and you got back up again. Like, those vulnerable stories are what have the biggest impact. And I think once I started coaching and saw, the effect I was having on people, it felt so good to know that I was just facilitating in some way their journey and hopefully minimizing what they had to go through to reach that high level. But I guess if you focus on not, am I going to fail? Am I good enough? Is somebody better than me? Like, it's not about you. It's
Right.
about what you can give to the people around you. And that's always been my focus. I'm not thinking about, am I good enough to do this? Like, you actually kind of got in my head in that moment. Oh my God, am I good enough to? It's like, because I don't think that
Powerful.
way. It's more, what can I give to this person? How can I serve this person? How can I be a gift or a blessing in these people's lives? And when the focus is on the others, all those other worries just disappear.
I love it. And why I think that that's so powerful, and what I try to tell people whenever people come to me and they say, you know what, I want to do coaching, I want to empower other women, I want to empower other men, is a lot of the times we're so focused on delivering that we don't listen. And if you just listen and you ask people what they are struggling with, they will tell you. And now it's a lot, it takes a lot of the pressure and the burden off of you rather than trying to assume. And now you're trying to come up with all of these different scenarios that if you just listen to that person and they say, here is where I'm struggling, now you only have one problem to solve. And the more that you serve other people, just like you said, and you solve the problems that they already have that are concrete in their mind, the more that you'll know that you're giving value to this world. And so I think that I'm just assuming, but I think that that's one of the reasons why you've been one of the best coaches for women, and I'm sure even for men around the world, is because you have an ability to just listen and at the same time show empathy to other people to let them know that regardless of anything else, I care.